Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. It's Sunday and it means it's time for some sewing and I am back in the building. Oh my word, did I miss you? It's 12 whole days I've been away for. It's such a pleasure to be back with you. I'm here with you through now until the end of Wednesday. So I might be a bit rusty. Who knows? Oh, I mean, I was a bit rusty before I went off, so chances are I'm still going to be pretty rusty. It is, of course, Sew Through September, and it means that we're going to be focusing on sort of different styles of sewing through each and every week of the month. And this week, we're talking all about patchwork, and we've got some brand new patchwork dyes available for you as well. And I'll go through all of those in a moment after, of course. Well, it wouldn't be a Softer Side of Life show without the wonderful Bernie Corner herself. She's back with me in the studio. How are you, Bernie?
Hiya, Joe. Lovely to see you back. We've missed you. It's been like 2 weeks.
Two whole weeks, I know.
You've had off. Who signed that off? I want to know. Who signed that off? We missed you. So welcome back, Joe, from me as well.
Thank you. Anyway, patchwork today then, Bernie. For anyone that's new to patchwork, hasn't tried it before, what is it and what sort of fabulous things we're going to be creating over the next 90 minutes or so?
So patchwork basically is where you get your fabric, you're going to cut it up, and then you're going to sew it back together again. It sounds a little, if someone who doesn't sew will think, well, why are you doing that? But what you do is you make some fantastic designs. These new patchwork dyes that we've got, they actually complement some dyes that we've already sold previously that we've also got on the show, or they can work on their own. Like this one here, this is the 60-degree diamond. They all come in different sizes as well, so you can do different sizes. But look at this, so you can make this sort of design. If you want to cut all them out by hand, again, it takes the accuracy away by having the dyes, because it's going to be perfect every time. But then we've also got some triangles on the show.
Oh,
so
I
you've
like
got triangles. Look at this, like a really abstract design, whereas this could be classed, say, as a more traditional way of doing it, but then you've got this way. And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to hold this one up, because this quilt, shout out to Zoe in our design team. I mean, the team have done a great job, but I'm sorry, team, this is my favourite. Look at this.
Oh wow, that's incredible.
How fantastic is that? And this is the half clamshell, and I'm actually going to be demonstrating this later on the show, so keep watching and you'll see this one getting demonstrated. It's absolutely stunning, isn't it, Joe?
It really, really is. Now, I know you're chomping at the bit to get your hands on these brand new dyes. They are on a delayed dispatch, so will be sent out on or before the 24th of September. So think of it like a sort of VIP preview. Think of it like all those people trying to get their ABBA tickets in the pre-sale this morning. That's what we've got for you with these brand new dyes. Now, there's 5 in the collection for you. Best way to get the best value is, of course, to go for that main collection, because you save $33.99 in the UK or $38.55 if you are in the US. So you are going to get within here your 60-degree half diamond, your 45-degree half diamond. You've also then got the 45-degree solid diamond, your half equilateral triangles, and your half clamshell as well. That saving gets even better, of course, if you are a platinum member. $108.77 or $123.36 is your price. Now, you can go for them individually if you so wish. If you want to get them individually, spend £40 or dollars, you'll save an extra 5% on those individual prices. You'll see the individual details here on the side of your screen. So that is for the half 60-degree diamond. You've also got the half 45-degree diamond as well. We then also have for you the 45-degree diamond on its own, and then of course the half equilateral triangles, which are $19.99, or the half clamshells as well. All the details are there for you. If you want to get in touch with me, you can do so in all the usual ways. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are across on YouTube. Loads of you saying hi, loads of you welcoming me back, which was absolutely lovely. If you want to get ahead and place your, I'm just hearing 10% of that brand new bundle has already sold out and gone. Very, very busy start to the show. If you want to get your orders in, then sit back, relax, take the weight off. Then you can do that by heading over to the website crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. Hit the shop the show button, because there's loads of other awesome things in the show too. There's great fabrics. Don't forget, we'll have all those Save a Stitch deals as well, which we're coming up in about an hour's time for the last 30 minutes of the show. You're going to get your hands on some of the best bargains when it comes to all things needlecraft. But Bernie, I'm sure lots of people very, very excited to see how these work and what sort of things we're going to create with these.
These are fantastic. The first two I'm going to look at, Joe, is the 45-degree diamond and the half 45-degree diamond. So the way to look at it is, if you've got your full diamond here, if you sew 2 of the halves together, you'll then get this shape. So these 2, again, they'll work on their own, or they'll work together in the same sizes. So if I just quickly show you this quilt here, what Stephen in the team has made, these green ones here are a full, well, it's actually the half,
right.
the 2 halves together, but of the same colour. But you could easily have done the full shaped one in the plain green, and then these ones are all like a 2-tone. So you can just see how much of an effect, so you can start creating movement and shadows as well in your work, which I absolutely love. So these are our multimedia dies, so they're going to cut with our new, well, they're not so new now because we're on the second batch of them, our fabric plates.
Yes.
But I made a promise last week, Joe, that we've got, I'd been using my original ones at home, and I didn't have them with me, so I brought them in this week to show you. So these are the ones that I use on air, and these are the ones that are A and B. So when you get yours at home, when you buy the packet, you'll get 2 in the packet, an A and a B. And there's instructions in there as well to say that you want to use new clear plates or lightly used clear plates, because you want them to be quite flat. And you're always going to cut into your A. If you cut into your B by accident, don't worry, but the majority of the time you're going to cut into your A. That's a slightly thicker plate. So they're the ones I use on air because they're the ones that have the A and B on. These are exactly the same, but these are mine that I've been using since January of last year.
Wow.
And I just want to hold them up.
That's amazing. It's still working absolutely fine.
Still absolutely fine. If I show you, this is the B plate. So this is the one that gets cut into a lot. So you can see that there are a lot of marks on there, but it's still pretty straight.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
then the A, sorry, and then the B has hardly got any marks on it at all.
Amazing.
Just where I accidentally cut into that side instead of the other side.
Now, I know they're sold out in the junior size. The large Gemini size still available. Details there on the screen.
Yep.
$24.99 or $29.99. So they really are going to last you those. Definitely a great investment, Bernie, I'd say, wouldn't you? If you do a lot of soft crafting.
If you don't order anything else off the show today, if you haven't got these, treat yourself to these, because as you can see, these are going to last you. And I'm actually going to use my ones that I use at home in the show, just so you can see them still working. Okay.
Awesome.
So what I thought I'll do is we'll do some of the 45-degree diamond first. So when you look on the back of the packaging, on our die packaging, we always put the physical actual size of a die on the back here, and then we'll say what size shape it'll make. There's on, is it this one? Yeah, so on the half one, it comes up where it says it's 1.5 inches, 1.9 inches, 2.4 inches, and you're going to look and think, well, that's not a usual size, but that's the physical die. So we put the physical die size on there, but then up here you've got a chart and it'll tell you which ones they make. So it'll make that 1.9 inch will make a 1.5 inch high diamond when you've sewn 2 together. So
awesome.
just in case anyone's confused when they look at that and say, well, what's 1.9, 2.4, 2.9? That's why, because it's the physical die shape. So when you get them out the packet, you're going to have the array of sizes on here. Now, this one here goes from a 1 inch up to a 4.5 inch. If I take this 4.5 inch one off here, you can just see how big that is. That's some size.
It's a whopper,
diamond,
some might
isn't
say,
it?
Bernie.
Now, we looked at these in the past about bringing these, and it was the cost was astronomical because of the size, because obviously when the dies are made, it goes on the size of the piece of metal that's needed to cut the shape out, but we've managed to get them now, which is absolutely fantastic. I was thrilled when the team said we're going to be able to do them, because we had brought the 60 out previously. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some out. So I'm going to cut out, I think it was a 2.5 inch ones I cut. I think it was 2.5, let me double check.
Any questions about these dies that you've got, get them into me. I know a lot of you are very excited for these. A lot of you getting your orders in already. And these will play nicely, won't they, with a lot of our previous patchwork dies, Bernie, that we've brought out? Yes.
Yeah, so these will work, the 45 ones will work perfectly with the original builder block.
Awesome.
Because you've got those 45 and 90-degree angles in there as well. It's absolutely fantastic. So I've got my strip of fabric here. I've got 6 layers. I'm going to pop it on there, and I've got onto me, so I've got clear, A plate, B plate, and then my other clear. I'm still astounded at these plates, how they work. I want to say the longevity, that's the word. I was going to say durability as well, but the longevity that I've been using these for so long, it's just been a game changer, because you can still use the same sandwich that comes with your Gemini machine, but if you're a heavy user of fabric cutting and multimedia dies, then these are the ones.
Because I think it's fair to say that the multimedia dies, of course, which these are, Bernie, cutting fabric and loads of other stuff, usually give your plates a bit more of a wallop than normal, don't they?
Yes.
Absolutely, you still get, you know, using the regular combination, you'll still get absolutely loads of use out of them. But lovely that we've got something specific for those now.
Oh, definitely. And I say we've been working on them for, I think, was it about three years in total to get a plate that worked. And as everyone knows, Leanne will not sign anything off if she's not happy with it. And we tested these, and because I was like lucky to be able to test them, which I was thrilled, but I couldn't tell anyone. So I was testing these dies, and I was, and I'm like, they're brilliant, they're brilliant, they're brilliant. And you know, I just couldn't tell anyone. It was a bit.
It was secrets out. The cat's out of the bag now, Bernie.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I was thrilled when I knew they were getting launched. And you never know what's going to come in the future. I'm not saying anything else, but there you go. I'll just drop that little comment.
Bernie's in the know, is what I'm sensing from this.
There we go. So all I've done here is I've cut some out of the different colours, and I'm using here the sea foam, the deep ocean, and the ocean waves of our Threaders Blenders fabric. This size as well, up to the 2.5 inch ones, would work perfect on the strip rolls. You know, we've got the strip rolls on the show as well.
Yep, we do.
But all you're going to do is arrange how you want to have your design, and then you're going to start stitching them together. So that's if you just had a plain version. Oh, and also, Joe, I'll tell you what I'm doing with these. I'm making loads of these in this colour, and I'm starting my new monthly project of, whatchamacallit, table runner.
Right,
I was making there.
I love a whatchamacallit.
A table runner. So the other thing I've done is, let me just pop them out the way here. All I did here was, I thought, oh, I'm going to try this a little bit different. I sewed 2 strips of fabric together.
Right.
And then, let me get the die back out. I should have had some of my fabric that I cut, but... And then I sewed 2 strips together of the fabric strip rolls, and then I put the die on different way. And you see how I've cut them out on the wonk?
On the wonk,
on the wonk
term there.
Yeah, so then I thought, well, that's going to be different, because my table runner is going to be covered in 45-degree stars. And what I thought was, I'll do something a little bit different, and then when I put these on, I thought, oh, that's like a bit of a pinwheel effect. There we go.
And I guess there's so many variations in ways you can play around and put these together, Bernie.
There is, there. But can you see how that's totally different just by putting that one in there that I've cut on the wonk? And then what you're going to do is start sewing these together. So the way, if you're going to do a star, the way you're going to sew it together is in pairs. Which you'll hear a lot in patchwork, is that you sew stuff together in pairs. And all you're going to do is line up the diamonds, and they basically will sit on top of each other like that. And then I'm going to stitch a 1/4 inch down here, so I'm just going to take that to the machine, and I'm going to stitch a 1/4 inch.
Carol wants to know, are these 60-degree dies, the new ones, bigger than the original 60-degree patchwork dies, Bernie?
So we've got the half 60-degree diamond. They are the same sizes.
Awesome.
So they will work perfectly together. Yeah, absolutely perfectly together. So you can see there where I've sewn them in pairs. So if I pop I've got another pair there. And then what you're going to do then, sew all your pairs together, and then you're going to sew these together to get a half shape. So if I do the other side so you can see. Let's open this one out. There we go. So you can see there where I've sewn those together in a half shape. So I'm going to do that now. The one thing that I would say is, these are perfect for seam nesting as well. Okay. Because I've finger pressed to that. You would iron yours. Just do it for speed. But if you press them both, so I've pressed the light towards the dark, and on that one You can see I've pressed the light towards the dark. When you put them on top of each other, the right side's facing, not like me. What you see is one seam goes one way. Oh, you can see it there, look, from the doggies. One seam goes one way and one seam goes the other. And you can feel that that's nested perfectly. So that's going to help you get your point nice and neat. So I'm just going to check. Because I'd handled that, I was thinking, have I put that back the right way to sew it? Am I going to sew the right one? So all I'm doing is just opening it back up there, check, yeah, that's the right way. So I'm just going to quickly sew that. And again, it's your 1/4 inch seam. And can you see how the diamonds line up perfectly on top of each other?
Awesome. Lots of people saying hello and tuning in this afternoon, or this morning, depending on where you are. Mariah is in from Hamburg. She's got the day off today, so she gets to watch Soft Side Live live. What a treat. Sarah Brown is saying hello, hoping everyone is well from in Australia. Gwen's in from Signal Hill, California, up early this morning. Georgie Ann saying hi in Florida. Julie's in Wales. Laura's in Virginia as well. Eve B says, good morning, Bernie and Joe. We missed you. I missed you all too. Shadia's here. She says, hello, Prince Joe. I did see Shadia on Facebook earlier this week saying that she might remove the Prince title because I'd been off for so long. So I'm glad to see that it's still intact. Glad to see it's still there. Carol says, welcome back, Joe. You look fit and ready to go. Thank you very much. And Mariah is loving the windmill. And Katie says, you look lovely today, Bernie. Oh, nice. What lovely viewers we have.
I did say that you, Joe, you were very fresh and, I want to say, beaming, gleaming this morning.
Beaming, gleaming.
When you came in, yes. So I'm just pinning these. I know I don't normally pin, you know me, I don't do pins very often, but I want to get that centre point. And again, we've got those nested seams. You can see my points coming out either way. So I'm going to pop a little pin in there. And then I'm going to sew down the centre, and then that's 1 star done.
Awesome.
Ready for my table runner. I'm going to keep forgetting what I'm making.
What should we call? We could call it something else, Bernie, if you want something more, memorable. Ujima flip or something like that.
Ujima flip.
What should we call it? Thingy bob.
Me doodah for the table.
You doodah, yeah. Okay.
Me doodah for the table.
Mariah says, good to know about the plates. So thank you for that. Lynn says, Joe, did you have a nice break? I had a lovely break, thank you. It was really, really nice. Did lots of catching up with friends. Lots of lovely, lovely things. And Marisol saying, these are a must-have. Susie D wants to know how they're different, though, to the builder block dies, Bernie.
So they're different shapes, but because they're the same angles. So in the original builder block, you get a square, you get a half square triangle. Those triangles are a 45-degree angle, so they would fit in here. You see how they would fit in there. Okay. And then your square would fit onto there, and then you get in the quarter square triangle again that would fit in there because they're the same family of angles, if you like, 45-degree, 90-degree. And then the 60s work similarly. They work with your hexagons, your half hexagons, your equilateral triangles as well. So there we go. I've done my first star that's going to go on my table runner, and then what I've done, I then cut some of the half pieces out. Look at that.
Nice, I love that.
Look, it's like a 3D effect, the depth on there, isn't it? And that's what we were saying about having those, being able to do those.
And imagine trying to cut that by hand, Bernie. Having to get all those seams that precise, you'd definitely end up with a wonky star, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is as well, if I grab the dies are quite thin in places. So that can be difficult as well to cut out to be accurate. And the other thing as well is on the bigger dies, what we've done is we've trimmed the ends, which are the dog ears. So on the smaller pieces we haven't, because you may want to use those for paper piecing, which you can do as well. But with the larger pieces, what happens is when you go to put it under the machine, you've got a very, very thin piece of fabric that can get eaten into your feed dogs can grab them and pull it down into your machine. So that's why we've cut the trimmed on where we felt that they needed trimming, we've trimmed them. And then obviously when you press them, you're not gonna have any dog ears to trim off. So we can see on here, I've got no dog ears to trim off.
That is awesome.
Because they were already cut out. So there, I've got 2 stars ready. What I'm going to do at home, Joe, I'm going to make a few more. I'm going to make a couple of littler ones as well. And then I've got a piece of fabric. So next week, I'm going to start showing you how I'm going to put them onto the piece of fabric. I might do some half ones as well, you know, Joe. That might look nice coming out the edge of the table runner, mightn't it? I might do some half ones as well. So I'm going to do a few of these, and then next week I'm going to show you how I'm going to put the wadding on the back and how to quilt it using the quilting foot. Not the quilting foot, the walking foot. We're going to do straight line quilting, but we're going to do some echo quilting next week. Echo quilting, yeah. So that's a new technique that it's not a new technique, but it's a new one for us on the show.
Amazing.
I'm going to show you how to do that. And then my table runner is going to have loads of different styles of stars on in this colour. And then the show after, I'm going to then back it and do all the mitered corners as well. So yeah, so that's the 45-degree diamond and the half 45-degree diamond.
Amazing. So that gives you a really good overview exactly how they work, how you're going to use them as well. I'm sure you'll agree that you're going to get some really, really stunning finished results and effects. I think if you're using the original builder block, the original patchwork dies, you'll see how these really will elevate it to the next level. Very, very busy. A couple of different ways of getting a hold of these. You can go for them as a collection. They are on a delayed dispatch. They'll be on their way to you from the 24th of September. This is the most popular way of getting a hold of them because you get the best deal. You're saving almost £34, just over $38 when you get them like this. That's before you take your Club Inspire discount off as well. So very, very busy there. You can get them individually as well. So let's give you the individual details for them. So your half 60-degree diamond, which is this one just over here. So your half 60-degree diamond, which is this one just here, $34.99 or $39.95 if you want to go for that one. You then have the half 45-degree diamond, which is this one just here. If you want to go for that on its own, you can. That one is $39.99 or $44.95. Then you've got your 45-degree diamond, which is that one just there. No, it's this one here. There you are, Joe. Up there. That one there, $39.99 or $44.95. Then you've got your half equilateral triangles, which is this one down here. That's $19.99 or $22.95 if you want to get that on its own. And then finally, you have your half clamshells as well. This one over here, if you want to grab that one on its own, you're more than welcome to. $34.99 or $39.95. If you're spending over £40 or $40 on the individuals, you'll save an extra 5%, then you can use your Club Inspire discount on top of that as well. So lots of different ways of getting your hands on them. Just make sure you do get your hands on them because I can't wait to see some of the awesome things that you create with these. Now, something that will go brilliantly with these are our fabric strip rolls. We've got a few different options here for you. Let's start with the pretty pinks, which are these ones just here. Now, these are fantastic because what you're getting, of course, is fabric strips within here. Now you've got 18 pieces here in each one of these. Have you got one of these loose over there, Bernie? Have you got a fabric strip to hand?
I have.
Just want to show everyone exactly how that is going to come to them. So you can go for that one. That's $14.99 or $16.95 if you want to get that one. We then also have the Ocean Waves, which is this one just here. So you can go for that one. Then you've got your Brilliant Blues. Sorry, that one's your Ocean Waves. That's your Ocean Waves, that's your Brilliant Blues. Then you've also got your greens, which are these ones here. And then you've got your Marvellous Merlot as well. Bernie's got one of the strips to hand just to show you. You get 18 of these. Nice that you get them in sort of corresponding colours as well, Bernie.
You do, yeah. So I should know which way to move on the camera now. So it's the full width of the fabric. So it's 110 centimetres wide and then 2.5 inches long, sorry, and 2.5 inches wide from the bottom of those little zigzags. So the edges are pinked just to stop it fraying. Obviously there will be little bits come off, but to stop it really fraying, the edges are all pinked. And then from the inner point of each zigzag, that's your 2.5 inches. So you're getting quite a lot in there of all the 3 different colours. And like I was showing you before, I saw 2 of those together and cut that diamond on an angle. Well, it was on vertical on it and got totally different design. So they're absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, really play around with them, cut into them, put them back together. Loads you're going to be able to do with them. Great that they're all trimmed to that size for you as well. So if you struggle with that, Really brilliant for that. Now we do have some of the original Patchwork dies available to you on the show as well. They are on a buy one get one free. I'm going to take you through those options now. This one here is your equilateral triangle that you can see there. We also have the half hexagons available for you as well, which are those ones. Then we've got the 60-degree diamond available for you, which is this one just here. And also, if you want the strips, they are available for you on the show as well. And finally, the tumbler there for you as well. Buy one, get one half price. So make sure you get at least two. Buy one, get one. Look at me trying to overcharge you. Buy one, get one free, not one buy one, get one a half price. So make sure you get those in your baskets in twos, and then at checkout, all the magic will happen for you. Who we got here? Marisol says, wow, they look so nice. Going to be easy to create gorgeous things with these dies. Deborah says, Bernie, I like that pattern in the quilt, and the pattern in your top kind of matches it. That had to be on purpose, surely. It's very cute.
It is, actually, it is. It's like the jewel shape or the elongated hexagon, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah,
I
knew
knew
it
it wouldn't
plan that.
Yeah, there you go. Was it a happy accident, Bernie?
Yes.
I knew it wouldn't be long. She's back in the comments. Beth is in the building. She says, yes, welcome back, sexy, handsome Joe. So glad you're back. We missed you. I missed you, Beth. She's been counting down here, days, minutes, hours. I'm really feeling the love, Beth. Yes, I'm glad to be back with you all until the end of Wednesday as well. Something really special happening on Wednesday, which I'm not allowed to tell you about just yet, but I will as we go into next week. Right, I can see Bernie's got loads of awesome finished samples over there. I can tell when Bernie starts to get excited because she gets this big beaming smile on her face. I could see her getting them all out, getting happier and happier and happier. What you got over there, Bernie?
I've got a pile of samples here. So these are the dies, the other dies that we've got on this show, the other Patchwork dies. I just wanted to show you some samples of those. So this is the tumbler one. And we can see here how you're going to cut, if I pop, that's the die that we've got there. And then what you're going to do with these is you're going to cut them, sew them together, but you've then sewn them into a row. Now then, you know I was saying that the other dies will work. The new dies will work with these. So I've got here some 45-degree diamonds. If I sew those together that way on, whereas before I did them in a star, you're going to get a row. So really, you've got a row of tumblers, you can have a row of diamonds, a row of tumblers, a row of diamonds, so they will work together as well. They'll work perfectly. So that's the tumbler. And then we've got the 60-degree diamond. So I'm going to show a little bit more detail on these. But this bag here, this one can be made with that 60 degree. So you can see the different sizes that have been appliqued down and then stitched around. And then there's a strip one here. Now, I suppose with that one, the way you could cut the strip is you're going to cut half, have your fabric a half width, if you like. Cut the diamond or cut from the triangle and then put the inner size, the smaller size inside, and that's going to cut your strip. However, you know I mentioned echo quilting, Joe. This is echo quilting. So this is what we're going to do next time, where you're going to go around your shapes. So that's why I wanted to show you that one as well, because it's got that echo quilting on there. So that's your 60-degree diamond. And then we've got the equilateral triangle, sometimes known as the 60-degree triangle. So they're both the same thing. And again, these are going to work with the half equilateral triangle that's in the new bundle, which I'm going to show you shortly. So that's that one. Again, all those different sizes as well. And then this one, this is the half hexagon. I love a hexagon. Hexagon's a very traditional shape. If people are going to start, especially doing English paper piecing and things like that, they'll start off with the little hexagons. But here, you've got the two halves making the full hexagon. Now that one's in really bold colour, Joe, isn't it? Wait till you see this one. This is beautiful. Look at that.
Oh, awesome.
How different is that?
And that's the same technique, is it,
It's the same shape.
Right.
Exactly the same shape. But again, with this one, these have been sewn in strips on a diagonal. So think about the tumbler. You've got a strip of tumblers, you've got a strip of diamonds, you've got a strip of half hexagons as well. And then you're just sewing rows together as well. So that's how they're really, really good at mixing and matching. So the one I wanted to look at was the new ones that we've got, which is the half 60-degree diamond, and then the half equilateral triangle.
Okay.
So again with these, now I know we were just saying, I can't remember the lady's name, was asking about the sizing, and they work. I'll take them both out the packet so you can actually see the sizing of these. So this is your 60 degree that you can get if you haven't already got that one. And that one is going from a 1 inch up to a 4.5 inch. And this is the half shape. If I can get into it, I can never get into packaging. So daft TV nails, Joe, I always say. Oh, I've left one in there. But hey, Joe, have you heard about me losing a die?
No,
what happened? I lost the tiniest die. I was cutting out the other day. I'll show you when we get to it. It's one of the Save a Stitch ones. The tiniest die that you'll ever see. Pinged off the plate, hit me table. It went tap down into me big, massive bin bag full of scraps and some of the rubbish.
You'll have to get your metal detector out.
Well, I had my long telescopic magnet that I've got. I was all the way. I spent about 10 minutes and I couldn't find it and I gave up. I thought, I'm going to have to empty the bin and I can't empty the bin. It will take too long. So yeah, I've given up. But yeah, everyone was being really nice on Facebook about me losing my little die. So if I bring in the biggest one, so this is the 4.5 inch one, and when we say the size, it's the height.
Okay.
So it's this way on. So you'd cut a strip of fabric and lay your die on that way to cut it. If I take off this one, which is that one, and say we had 2 of those, if I lie them on top of each other, there we go. So it fits perfectly here, and there, the difference between that die and that point is a 1/4 inch, because that's your 1/4 inch seam. So if you sewed 2 of them together, it would work perfectly with this one. Similarly, exactly the same with the half equilateral triangle and the triangle.
Okay.
Works exactly the same. I'll just show you a few that I've already cut, just to give you the gist. And then I say with these ones, again, you can sew them in strips. You could sew them in strips. You could sew them in stars again. You can actually make hexagons with them, and a design that I love called tumbling blocks. So if you just see how you're going to put a star together. With this one you only need 6 for the 60, but you can just see how you can put your different designs together. I could have arranged that a little bit better piecewise, but you can see how there you're getting a star shape. But then alternatively, if you put 3 of these together,
oh yeah,
you see we've got a hexagon. Yeah, and then if we've got some of the full size shape, so the 60 degree one, if we put 3 of them together, have I got a different colour? Oh, I don't want another pink one. I'll turn it the other way because I wanted 3 colours. There we go. You can see you can see the block. If I put the light one on the top, so the light's shining down.
It's more like a cube,
a cube, with that, yes.
In that way.
And that you join loads of them together and make a design called a tumbling block. But then alternatively, what you could do is, you can see how again they're fitting together. So you're still getting that hexagon, but the way you're putting the fabrics in, you're getting a totally different look and a totally different design. And then the same with the triangles.
And I guess so many people have so many different, scraps and bits of fabric. You're going to be able to cut loads out, aren't you? Really sit down and play around. I mean, we've thought of so many different, ways of using these, Benny, but I bet people are going to be coming up with their own ways of using them we've not even thought about.
Definitely. So these ones here, so I've cut out the 2 pairs and I've sewn them together in pairs. Again, you've got those points taken off. So your dog ears, so once you've sewn them, you don't have that extra job of having to go and trim all your dog ears off. But if I bring in the same size, I think this was the 3.5 one I cut. If I bring in the same size, full diamond, that fits on the top. But these are triangles. See how they fit perfectly together? So they're all going to work together. So this
well
is why
designed,
I love
aren't they?
them. Yeah, I love them. And even if you wanted to put 2 triangles together, once you've sewn them together, they're going to come out and be the same size. So I've just buttered them up there. You've got a difference because obviously that's your seam allowance. So that's then when they're going to fit together as well, and like that as well. So you can just really play. I mean, there, we've made a triangle because we've got the 3, put that to a different colour, stands out. So now we've got a larger equilateral triangle. That size triangle isn't even in the packet, but obviously we've made a bigger one. You see there, we've made a bigger one. Now, if we had to try and bring you a die that big, you know, the price has to go up because obviously you're using more metal to cut it, but you can make your own. I absolutely love them, Joe. Well, I think that's a great idea. Cut loads out, use some of your, even some cards, because you can cut cards with these dies as well, or paper, your pattern paper, you know, once you don't use or you've gone off, or just, you know, even any paper really, and then just have a play and just put your pieces and think, oh, well, I'll have that one there. Before you go and cut your nice, beautiful fabric, you can see there, I've got a diamond, a triangle, half triangles, but they all fit together.
You could make some really abstract blocks with this.
Oh, you could. You could. I mean, I love it because I think you can, because they work together. I know I keep saying they work together, but that's the good thing, that you can rearrange them and have as many designs. I haven't got a half one in there now. Let's put a half one in. The half one's going to fit. You see how they all work, and that's why I think bringing this bundle out to go with that set that we've already, or the previous dies that we've already sold that we've got on the show, absolutely work perfect together, Joe.
Amazing. Very busy. Need to let you know that a fifth of the stock of that large collection has sold out and gone now. It is on a slight delayed dispatch, 24th of September. What I would say is get your hands on it now, because a fifth has gone already. Today is the launch of this as well. In fact, you know what? It's so busy across on the website. I will give you an opportunity now to check out your basket. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to do that. I'm going to share loads of details with you in the meantime.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet.
The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up. I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
So many of you checking out there under those pieces of video. With all these brand new dies, you might need somewhere to store them. So I'm going to give you, don't tell anyone, right? I'm going to give you a sneaky peek of the Save a Stitch deals because they are so juicy on the show today. So lots of you found them already. What we've got first are your small die and stamp folder. This is going to come with two packs of the magnetic panels. Now normally you'd be lucky if you got one, however in this deal you're going to get two. The perfect way to store your dies, which is fantastic. We'll give you 6 of these sheets in here. You're getting one of the packs or 3 sheets totally free of charge within there. So that's the small one if you want to go for that one. I would though say go for the larger one because with the large one, beautiful quality these as well. If you've not owned them before, all beautifully piped and double stitched, really hard wearing because it could get quite heavy when you've got these full of dies. But again, this one's great because you can get all of your larger dies in here or just more dies essentially. And again, you'll get 6 panels within here, which is fantastic. And you've got some extra storage in here as well, some elasticated pockets where you're going to be able to put some other bits and bobs in there too. $21.58 or $27.95 if you are a platinum member to get these. These are going to be perfect, Bernie, aren't they, for storing these brand new dies?
They're absolutely brilliant. I've got that one here and I've got the dies. Now I've only got 3 in mine, but obviously you say you're getting 6, aren't you? Which is an extra 3 than you normally get. But these are my smaller dies, so I've got my smaller ones here. I haven't put them on very well. And then I love the fact that you've got the pocket so you can put your die brush in there, your scissors in there. My favourite part though, Joe, is when you've zipped it up, you've got, it stands up on its own as well, but also you've got this tag. So if you've got these on your shelves in your room, you can label everything up. So if it's a, you know, the Patchwork collection or it's a signature collection, you can put your little sort of message in there or number system, whatever system you use, you can have that up and then you can have them all stacked. And then they've got a really strong handle as well. So although if you've got a lot of dies in here, you're obviously putting that extra weight on there, but this is so sturdy, isn't it, Joe? It's fantastic. You can get loads in there.
Yeah, they really are brilliant and the perfect way to store your dies. If you look after your dies, they are going to last you forever. This is a great way to look after them. Let's have a look at some of the other deals though that are in Save a Stitch because we've got a really lovely little floral collection for you here. So in a applique floral collection, you're going to get 3 different items in here. So you're going to get the So Retro Build a Bloom. It's a buy 2 get 1 free, which is awesome. We're then going to give you as well the Bloom Builder, which is that one just there, and the Fabulous Flowers. Now, I think that these are so pretty. I'm just seeing, I can imagine for cushions, these are going to be great. I'm even thinking this one here, Bernie, particularly. How about creating something like a mobile for a baby using these? Things like felt, going to look gorgeous, aren't they?
Oh, they will be fabulous. And this is a lovely little collection as well because you're getting the different sort of styles, but you can mix them all together. So these are our multimedia ones. And then these ones, so their ones will come out, we had like the bird and everything in that set and the stems and everything. But then this one is the Bloom Builder. Now this one we brought out with the Builder banner. And this one again, it's got leaves in and stems, so you can mix and match them. And then this one here, this is the one where I lost the die, Joe. I'm going to pop it over.
Oh,
so this was one of Sarah's So Retro collections, and it was brought out for paper, but the fabric as well. So we had the fabric. And then, can you see there's a little hole in the centre of there?
Yeah.
That was a die. That's the die that's now somewhere in my sewing room.
You'll have to use a little punch or something.
So, yeah. So, but we've got one in here. we've got a little dye in there that's going to be the same, so that one's going to fit. So you could, you can see, you can mix and match them, but I love these, like little, I want to call like little thistles or like dandelion heads as well, pretty ones. But these are papercraft ones, so I'm actually going to show you how you cut those out of fabric. And the other, what I'm going to use is our threaders blenders, but what I've done is I've treated it with fabric stabilizer. So just so you can see the difference of what this is. So this is the fabric, 100% cotton, lovely and soft, okay. This is the fabric after it's been treated with the stabilizer and dried.
Oh, nice.
It's like paper, isn't it? Goes like paper. The one thing I would say is if you're using fabric stabilizer, stabilize your fabric first before you cut anything out.
Right.
Because what it does is it sort of retracts the threads, so it tightens it all up, and that's what gives it the different composition. So if you cut say you were cutting a square to make a bag or something, treat it first and then cut it out. Okay, but you can just use your scissors or your rotary cutter, exactly the same. It's exactly the same concept. So I've got my dye. Now with this one, because the paper crafting, you want to use the papercraft sandwich. So I've just got my junior plate here. So I've got a clear plate, and then I'm going to get my, I've got a little scrap here. So, you know, if you've got your scrap, so this has probably been in my fabric bin with that dye. Dyes like this are great for using up your scraps, because sometimes you might just throw that piece away, although I know most people don't throw their scraps away.
When is a scrap too small to keep?
Well,
burning?
I used to keep pieces that size. I don't tend to now because I use so much.
Right.
So I do tend to have, but I try and keep it separate for like stuffing and things like that. To use it on. So what I'm going to do here, if we can see how intricate this dye is, there are some very, very, very thin strips in there. I'm now going to cut that out of fabric. Now, because you're stabilising, it's going to help. If you try and cut it just from fabric on its own, it's just going to fray. Them pieces were so thin, you can see how thin they are. It's just going to fray. But because you've got that stabiliser on. So then I'm going in, I've got my plastic shim, magnetic, and then the other clear cutting plate. So I'll pop that through. I've got a right mess over here, Joe, today. I've got stuff all over.
Diana's very excited about the echo quilting that's coming up. A lot of people saying how awesome that looks. A lot of people still talking about those previous dyes as well. Katie's saying it's like geometry with colour. Lily saying seeing the samples makes me want to take up sewing. I've always been intimidated by a sewing machine and the mechanical workings of it. That is what has always held me back. Well, these shows are great to get you inspired, aren't they, Bernie? You can watch them back at any time, which is excellent.
The shows are all there in the past as well, aren't they, Joe? They don't go anywhere. They stay
Absolutely.
on the Crafters TV page and YouTube as well, so you can always go back and watch. So when I lifted that off, the dye automatically just came off. And you can see this, and I'm just going to bring this up and you can see how delicate that is. I'm being very delicate taking it out. Look at that.
Perfect. So does that mean then that using that stabiliser, we could use a lot of our other papercraft dyes to cut fabrics with as well?
Exactly, Joe, yeah. And you get a little bonus sprig. I mean, look at that. If I tried to cut that out of normal fabric, it just wouldn't work. It's absolutely fantastic. So I'm just going to put this back in the packet before I lose any more. It's the first time I've lost a dye, Joe. I was mortified. I hate losing things, but when I know it's there somewhere, but I'm stopping myself from going to look for it because I've got too much to do, so I've got to sort of draw the line somewhere. So what I've done with all of the dyes, I've cut a mixture of different materials. Now, here's some of the suede that we've also got on the show. We've got the black sold out. Well done for everyone getting the black. This is the mustard. My favourite one. You like that, Joe, 'cause I know you like mustard, don't you? And then we've got the red one, which is this one, because again, these are multimedia dyes, so they've cut out of there, no problem. Now, the one thing I wanted to show, where have I put it?
I'm just going to give the details of that suede fabric. The red one is this one just here. Both, I'm hearing, limited stock. 50 centimetres by 59 centimetres is what you're looking at on here. So this is the red one for you, $9.99 or $12.95. I'll just show you that. As I said, 50 by 65 centimetres. So you've got that one, and then you've got the mustard one available for you as well. $9.99 or $12.95. £7.99 there, or £10.36 if you want to get your hands on those. Both limited stock though, if you want to get your hands on them. Yeah, it does say 25 by 65. They are 50 by 65. So snap those up. There really isn't many of those left. We will get those details changed for you. These are brilliant. Because imagine suede. Well, we all know what it's like. Who's had suede shoes in the past? One night out, Bernie, ruined them. So not only is it not that hard way, but I imagine real genuine suede. Is it trickier to work with than something like this faux suede?
So yeah, genuine suede can be a lot thicker. So with this suede, you don't need to change the needle in your machine or anything. You can just use your regular needle. It'll sew through absolutely perfectly. But it's a thicker one, so you'd have to have a heavier needle. Sometimes you might need a heavy-duty machine as well. The one thing I wanted to mention, Joe, is saying that when you buy those suede shoes, sometimes the shop try and sell you that spray to protect them. Well, last week we had a lady on YouTube, I think it was Kathy, but forgive me if I've got your name wrong. They were asking about, does the fabric shield work on our faux suede? So I said I would go away and test it, which I've done. So a little test for you, Joe. I've got 2 pieces here. One of them I've sprayed with the spray and one of them I haven't.
Right.
See if you can tell the difference. I've written on the back, so I know which, because I don't know which the difference is.
I can't see a difference.
No difference is there. So if I turn it over, there we go, sprayed with the fabric shield.
Excellent.
So that one has been sprayed and there's no difference whatsoever. And all I did was give this a good shake, and you want a ventilated area, maybe do it outside if you have, if it can go in your chest, and just give it a mist, not like right up close.
Right.
Just a nice mist of covering, and then just leave it to dry. Right, it doesn't go wet, but just let it dry, and then that's going to give that extra protection. So if you are making bags and purses and things, they'll not get as grubby quickly, because they sometimes do, can't the purses? If you've got, you're handling them a lot, you can get little sort of marks on. So that fabric shield is a really good one. Right, so I've just got a piece of fabric here. And all I've got is a few pieces that I've cut out. Now, I used the tumbler die, look, to make a little plant pot.
Nice.
Absolutely brilliant idea. And on this one, it's just some cotton scrap that I had. I've got some heat and bond, which is a fusible glue on the back of there. I'm going to put this in a hoop as well, but I'm going to stick everything down, so I'm actually not going to do any sewing, Joe. I'm just going to stick. So here I've cut some little stems. So the little stems are out of the bloom builder. We've got a couple of little stems in there. And a couple of, where's my leaves gone? I did some felt, but I thought I like this one.
I bet these would look lovely, like hand sewed onto an embroidery hoop or something like that.
Oh yes, definitely, definitely. It's very therapeutic as well, isn't it? And then I've got some little ones, and these ones were out of the Retro set. So it's that little stem there. So we'll put that one in the middle. And then that little thistle head or whatever that's so delicate. I'm thrilled to bits that that's cut out. It's perfect. That's going to pop on the top of there. And then if we can stick... And you can see how you can just build up. I know my colours are a bit random on there, but I just want to show you how you can build up and start putting these together. And then in this one, so I've cut the flower out, and then I've cut the smaller circle. Oh, that's actual size. I didn't realise that. Hey, actual size. Woo. And then you can put...
Just a question on that. Just a question on the suede whilst you're working with it there. Do you use a special fusible backing for the suede if you went to applique, or would you just use a regular one?
So what I'm laying this out here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to iron the plant pot down, because that's got the sticky on the back. The rest of it, I'm going to use some different glues. Now with the suede, I was thinking of using maybe the Collal textile glue, but I think that probably may not work. I mean, you can try it. But what I've done is I've got my hot glue gun on.
Right.
Got my hot glue gun on, right. I should have put them on my mat, Joe. Look what I've done. See if I can get... Hey! It was like pulling a tablecloth off.
Look at that.
So I'm just going to iron this down, and what it'll do, it'll stick the bottom of my stalks, and then I'm going to go in with some glue. Oh, she's not, because I didn't put the iron on. Oh, Joe. Let me plug me iron in.
You plug your iron in, don't you worry about that.
I've got
Margaret says, Bernie, it was me who asked about the fabric shield. Thank you so very much
there you go.
for remembering. Sandy says, I love sewing and quilting. Once you start quilting, looking at fabrics takes on a whole new world. Stephanie says as well, I need this bundle in my future, talking about those brand new applicators, which we'll be going back to in a little while. Very, very, very busy on those at the moment. Right, are you hot to trot, Bernie?
Well, I've plugged it in and I thought while it's heating up, I'll stick my stalks on. So there's one stalk. So all I'm going to do in this one is a glue pen. So I know
and that's just a straightforward standard fabric glue pen, is it?
Yeah, we have got them, but not in stock, unfortunately. So I apologise that I'm using it. I'll be getting told off now. We're using it off everyone, but most people have probably already ordered them and got those in. So they're going to stick down with those, and then I'm going to use my Collal textile glue. So I just want a scrap of paper. I can't use a whole sheet. Let's get me a bit of fabric, that'll do. So when you're gluing anything, I always have something at the side of me just to let the glue come out first, so it just doesn't splurge all over the place. Because you can guarantee that's what I do. So this is those with the fabric stabiliser on as well. You can just see how that glues down. I mean, you could go and, if you've got some of our nice embroidery threads, I know we did have some on the website, and embroider around all of these after you've glued them.
There are still some in stock, I believe.
Is there? Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. And then
Michelle wants to know, when cutting with multimedia dies, do you need a special set of plates or just use the regular plates that come with the machine? You were saying, weren't you, Bay, you can use regular plates that come with the machine, but having those new plates obviously going to give you even more longevity. So you can absolutely use the ones you already have. It's up to you.
Yeah, so if you've got the standard, the plates that come with your Gemini, you'll use your clear plate, your metal shim, then your fabric, then your dye facing down, then your plastic shim, and then your other clear plate. And that's your one that comes. So that'll still work. But I say if you're going to be using a lot, that's why we've developed the new ones. And I say I know there's not many left, because I know everyone was waiting for them coming back in stock when they missed them the first time. So yeah, so that's definitely my buy of the show. So now my iron's heated up. I can iron on my plant pot. And the other thing as well, we've got obviously our stick and spray, so that's your temporary spray you can use, or we've got the orange one, which is stick and stay, so that one's permanent.
Brilliant. They're both in stock on the website.
Yeah,
as well.
We've got plenty stock of those. I mean, the temporary one I use all the time. I get panicky if my stock's running low. Let's just say. So there we go. So I've nearly got all those on. What have I stuck that to? There we go. So then I've got my hot glue gun. Actually, shall I try one with Collal and see if it does it? We may as well test it. Nearly done. Should do, because it's got it is like a cotton backing on there. So we'll just pop that one on that one. There we go. And then it stuck well, so I'm going to do it with this one. I'm going to pop that on. And this is going to go in a hoop, so it's not going to go in the wash or anything like that. Again, once you've got everything stuck down, you could spray with that shield.
Is the textile glue machine washable?
Yes, up to 40 degrees.
Up to 40 degrees. Well, that's excellent, isn't it?
Yeah.
So even if you wanted to use it, turning up a pair of trousers or something like that, if you weren't confident, as long as you only wash them at 40 degrees, you'll be all right.
Yeah, temporarily, Joe.
Temporarily?
Yeah, because then I'd have to teach you to sew, so you could do them. So on this one, I'm using the textile glue on the felt as well. So I've cut the felt out in there. There we go. They look nice and jazzy.
Amazing.
Plant pot. And then I thought, lastly, I'd do a little trim on the plant pot, and all this is that stem.
Ah.
And I thought that would do. I've given up on the hot glue.
When you are ironing your the pot on there, how hot is the iron? Any tips on what sort of settings you should have that on?
I iron everything on hot.
Hot.
Yeah, because I normally work with cotton. However,
Okey-doke.
have I got it in here? Yes. I know we've got these on the show, the applique sheet.
Right.
So that was perfect timing, that, Joe, because that's what I was going to do here. So you've got your applique sheet on there. Even if your iron is hot, like if I put a hot iron on felt, that's not going to work.
Right, okay.
I wouldn't put a hot iron on the for suede straight onto it.
Okay.
But I say predominantly I work with cotton, so I've always got it on hot. But if you've got the applique sheet, what that's going to do, it's protecting your iron, it's protecting your work that you're ironing, and then what will happen is if there was any glue, say, so that one would need to be hot glue.
Okay, doke.
So felt to suede.
Yep.
Hot glue.
Okay,
That's our only one that hasn't. Is my hot glue going to work? There we go. So that's the only one there that's failed me. But the glue stuck the felt to the felt, just not to there. And then I'm going to quickly pop that in a hoop. Get rid of my mat. I've got glue on the mat. So what I should have done, I'll have to clean the mat. If Sarah comes in and starts using this, I'm in trouble, Joe, look. Like Debbie's spraying the stamping platform. Debbie always gets wrong.
She's in the
Debbie's in the building. I can see
Debbie
her.
Fisher is in the building.
So
I can see her doing a pre-show yoga as we speak.
Pop your work on there, like that, so then any stickiness is going to come on here that's going to wash off. Just warm soapy water comes off. And then I'll quickly put this in a hoop, and then it's finished because it's my only finished sample today. Because we've got a lot of techniques, I always feel bad that if I haven't done any finished samples. Right. And keep all your bits as well. So I've got loads here. Keep a little bag full of bits, and then whenever you're doing something, you're like, oh, I've got the bag of those applique pieces. So I'm going to pop this on here.
I can't imagine the treasure trove that is your Bernie's,
Joe, I've got
offcuts and
I've got two rooms now.
2 rooms?
Yeah. And my back bedroom's got a few things.
Wow. So we're into room 3 now?
Yeah. It's bad, isn't it? So I've popped my fabric on there. Now, essentially, you'd have a bigger piece of fabric and then you'd trim it. But I thought it'll save a bit of time. Oh, right. So what you do here... See, if that happened, my thing was moving there. So you're going to go around with a little dab of glue. You could use hot glue if you wanted. I'm not going to dab it everywhere. Well, she says.
So this is just if your base fabric's a bit on the small side, is it, Bernie?
Yeah. So normally I'll cut like a square or something. But I had this circle already in this hoop, and I thought, oh, I'll utilise that. So all I've done is dabbed it all on there and then line it up. And then when I put my hoop on now, that top bit will stay up. And then that's my hoop finished. What I'll do before the end of the show, have I got any ribbon? I'll either have a bit of ribbon in my bag, because I've got all sorts in there, or I can cut a strip, a thin slither of the suede and use that as a hanging loop. That'll look nice, won't it? There we go. There we go. And then I'm going to tighten that up, and I'll put my hoop on, little hoop hanging loop on, and that's it done. There we go. Our little no-sew flower applique.
Amazing. Absolutely love that. And the other great thing about it is it's a buy 2, get 1 free. However, the most expensive item is the one that you get for free, because the Bloom Builder, which is this one here, that should be $14.99 or $22.95. That's almost the cost of the entire collection. You get that for free. It's the 2 lesser expensive items that you're paying for. So this one here, which is your Builder Bloom, and also the fabulous flowers. You get both of those totally free of charge, which is awesome. One more Save a Stitch deal that I need to tell you about is the So Homemade. Now what you're going to get in here is you're going to receive your Patchwork clamshells in here, and also your Patchwork apple core. I need to let you know already though that it is limited stock. Less than 10% of our starting stock is now remaining on this one. Not going to have time for a demo on this one, unfortunately, Bernie, but what are we going to be able to achieve with these?
There's I can't believe there was quite a good stock of these as well. So I'm chuffed that everyone's spotted it. So yeah, so what these are is these are your smaller shapes, and you're getting a small die to cut your papers out, and then the larger one for your fabric. So that's the clamshell, and then this one's the apple core, which is the one I've been working on here. So I've got loads of pieces that I've cut out. I've got loads of papers that I've cut out. You're going to glue them, so you can use your glue stick or your cloud textile. Glue your pieces all around, snip in. I always put a hole in the middle there as well, so you can see how it goes on the corner. And then you start sewing them together like this, and then you can see how perfectly they fit together. Because when you first look, you're going to go, how on earth, how does that fit into that?
Yeah.
But you can see there, these two here, that it fits absolutely perfectly once you've got it wrapped around your papers. So they're great, and these are great stash buster as well. Any small pieces you've got that are going to fit these dies, pop them all in a bag, and then you can have a multicolour one. And it's very therapeutic, a little bit of hand stitching.
Nice. Love that. $17.98, $29.80 if you want to get $29.90, sorry, if you want to get both of them. You save over 40% there, which is fantastic. And then you've got your Club Inspired discount as well. So definitely snap those ones up if you haven't got them. We must go back though to the brand new dies that we have just launched today. Of that brand new launch stock, I need to let you know a quarter of that now has sold out and gone. The details on your screen are to get all 5 of the brand new collections that you can see just there. So you're going to get your 2 different half diamonds in the 60 degree and the 45 degree, your 45 degree diamond, then your half equilateral triangles and your half clamshells as well. You save $33.99 or $38.55 when you buy them in this configuration, which is amazing considering these are brand new today, and we are giving you, well, the best part, almost, well, absolutely, you're getting the equilateral triangles for free essentially, and then a further discount as well. Don't forget also, you can use your Club Inspired discount too. Platinum members, you'll see, just under £110, 123.36 if you are in the US, which is a really, really healthy saving of, what, almost $70 if you are across the pond. So do think about going through like that. However, if you do want to get the individuals, you want to pick and choose, and we've got a price point for absolutely everyone. The individuals are available. This is the half 60 diamond on your screen just there, $34.99 or $39.95. Exactly the same, but the 45 degree, $39.99 or $44.95. You've got the 45 degree diamond, that's the solid shape for you, $39.99 or $44.95. Then the triangles, they're $19.99 or $22.95. And the half clamshells are available as well, $34.99 or $39.95. Spend £40 or dollars or more on these individual items, you'll get an extra 5% off of those prices I've just shared with you there. As always, best way to get the best value is to go for that larger collection. Any questions that you've got about these whatsoever, definitely not too late to get them into me. Crafters TV if you are over on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are across on YouTube. Don't forget as well, loads more to come here today on Crafters TV. Myself and the Gigglefish, Debbie Fisher, will be back with you for 2 fantastic shows. 3 p.m. in the UK, 10 a.m. East Coast time. We've got a fantastic Christmas craft along. And then 7 p.m. UK time, 2 p.m. East Coast, it will be Second Chance Sunday. So loads to look forward to on this Sunday here at Crafters TV. Now, I know Bernie has been saving the best till last, I think it's fair to say, isn't it, Bernie?
I've been so excited about this one. When I knew we had this shape coming out, I just... Do you think anyone will notice if...
I think they will now you've said it, yeah. I think had you not highlighted the fact that you might be stealing it there, and you would have been right, but I feel like now you can't say it and then it goes.
Do you do commissions, Zoe? I know she'll be watching because she messages before the show. I love it. But I am actually going to show you how easy this is to do. So, because you first look at it and go, I can't do that. First of all, you look good as curves. I don't like curves. But if you, again, trying to cut all these out by hand, I think I would give up after one block. But basically, when you look at a pattern, what I do is I look at it and I break it down. So what I'm looking at is I'm breaking this down into a square. So you can, initially you don't see the square, you see the swirls. But actually, it's a square. So I'm going to show you how you make one of these, and then you just make loads of them. And then you're just sewing squares together. So that's the thing with patchwork. A lot of people can be a little bit daunted, and you're going to start off with squares, maybe move the tumblers. That's a really good one to go to. And then start experimenting with other shapes. With this one, it's actually easier than what you think. So I'm just going to pop it to the side gently. There we go. Now, the other thing, now, Joe, I know we haven't got these on the show, but these are on the weekly deal at the minute, the sewing offers, and I think it runs out today, doesn't it?
It does, indeed.
There's a set with these clamshells in. Now, in this one, you're getting 4 sizes in here. In the half one, excuse me, you're getting 7 pieces in here. Now, you're getting the same sizes where you sew 2 together will make these 4, but also, when we were putting them together, I've got another little tickle. I'm just going to get a drink of water.
Absolutely. Loads of you still chatting away with us. Mariah says, I feel better about my own room now. A lot of people talking about their sewing room, saying that it is maybe a little bit on the messy side. Have you seen Debbie Robinson's Craft from Transformation? I mean, it was quite the transformation. Mariah, Rosalind says, glad to see some soft craft new items. Absolutely, and there's loads more coming up for you as well. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled for those. Yes, any other questions you've got about these brand new dies, and get them into me. I'll pop them across to Bernie. We've still got about 20 minutes left on this show, so definitely got time to get those in as well. You're right, Bernie.
I am. I got me water.
I was going to come over there and give you a Heimlich for a moment, but I thought, no, she's all right. She's back in the room.
Yeah. This in my cup.
I have, yes.
It's fat. Johnny, you haven't seen this, have you? Look.
Yes, look, Soft Side Life with Bernie.
So my friend Val made it for me. Isn't it fab? Look at that. And then it's got all the logo on there as well.
It's not one of those where you fill it up with hot water and something else appears,
well,
is it?
I've only had cold in it at the minute, so I don't know, Joe. I'll let you know.
Get it over it. I'll pop a bit of coffee in it for you and see what happens.
I'll have to word with Val if it is. Anyway, so as I was saying before, I had my little coffin fit there. So the 4 sizes you get in here, you're also getting them in here, but you're getting an extra 3 because we could fit them in. So rather than waste the metal, they get included in. It's come back again, my little cough.
Oh.
It was all right before, and then it's just come back. It's because I've been so excited about doing this demo.
It's because you've got that quilt out. That's what it is. You've
That's
gone
what
giddy
it is,
since you've got that quilt out.
So what I'm going to do is show you how we cut these. Now, I need to remember which size did I do. Which size did I do? That one. There we go. So again, multimedia dies, so we're using our new plates. So I'm going to use this one here. And then I've got some of the white and some of the navy. Now the navy I'm actually going to be using with me my doodah for the table.
The doodah
that I'm making.
Brilliant.
With my stars on. I'm going to have navy backing on it as well and navy binding, so it's going to look rather nice. So I'm going to put mine down there. So I've only got 4 layers here. So we can cut, we recommend up to 6, but you can cut 8. You can, depending on what fabric you're using. If you're using a thinner fabric, it's going to be more layers you can cut as well. So say I've got 4 layers on there, so I'll pop that through the machine.
Debbie loves your cup.
Does she?
Maybe we need to get stock a line of softer side with Bernie cups. Maybe that could be our next. You know, we've had. Do you know what? I've got a bone to pick with the management generally. Oh. I was away for the whole of the birthday. I missed the whole thing. I didn't see that. I didn't get any. I didn't have any of the freebies. Nothing. I was at home. I was like, what?
Oh, Joe.
I was away. Was Ben away as well? Ben was away. I was away.
I think Ben come in for one day, didn't he? But yeah, it was Becky and George doing. They lucked out there, didn't they? Vouchers, Geminis, freebies. I saw diet like books and all sorts of wonderful things. Oh. I didn't get a single thing. Oh, Joe, I never got anything. I didn't get no giveaways.
Oh. Maybe we should organise our own. Maybe we should go rogue. Maybe we just say we're going to give one of the cameras away in the studio or something, and then just get people to message in. That's it. Once we've said it.
Now I have cut the wrong size. No, I haven't, because I've done 2 sizes. So when I was prepping, I did 2 different sizes because I was having a play. But I was going to cut the bigger one out, but there you go, that's okay. So what you're going to do is position your side. So if you think about it, when you lay these down, the long side, which is the half, if you think there's your full clamshell. So this bit here is going to be the outside of your square, if you like. That one's going to go there. It's going to feel really weird when you're doing this, but you'll soon see how it works. There we go. So you can see there how we've sort of got that swirl design going on. But what we need to do is join the 2 pairs together. So going back again, you're joining pairs together, pairs together, pairs together till you get your finished project. That's basically how most patchwork
How easy
works.
is it to sew these kind of shapes together here, Bernie? And is there any sort of top tips?
With curves, normally I'll say glue.
Right.
With these, or pins, use pins. With these, I actually tried it with glue and I preferred it going freehand, using nothing.
Really?
Yeah, I've really found it, and I've got a top tip. So what you're going to do is sew your pairs together, so the pair's going to turn out like that, but I am going to do one just so you can see it. So you can see how we've got those 2 are now sewn together, and you're going to do the same with this one. Now, the top tip for me is that when you're sewing, you want to sew with the convex one on the top.
Oh, hang on, that's a bit technical term
So
for me.
concave is where it goes in, because you go into a cave.
So you've got to sew the outy one to the inny one.
On top, yeah, have that one like on top.
Okie doke.
But then because I've cut out the smaller pieces, can you see there how I've got the other one? I've got the other one on. So what I'm going to do is skip to these 2, because these 2 are right. Here we go. There we go. So I've got that one there. Yeah, we'll have to get Zoe on to do this. She'll do it properly, not like me. There we go. So here we go. So I'm going to have this one on here, because on that one I put my whites the other way. That's why I get rid of them ones. So when you line it up, forget about what's happening here. All I'm concerned about is that bit is lined up. And I'm going to start sewing it. And once you've done probably about a quarter of an inch, stop with your needle down in your work before you adjust it. So I'm going to show you on here. So I'm going to lower my stitch length to 2.0. So when you go around a curve, you always want to have a small stitch. Okay? So let's take that to the machine. And if it helps, you could put a little bit of glue on that first bit, or a pin. So I'm going to get that under the machine. I hope my arms don't get in the way here when I'm stitching. And if you've got that needle down function on your machine, that's when you use it. And also, I'm slowing my speed down, Joe. I know, I never do I? I always go full pelt. So I've got there just about a quarter of an inch, and then I'm going to pick up my concave one, and then concave.
Sticky out or sticky in?
Concave goes, yeah. So my sticky out one.
Right.
And I'm going to bring it round a little bit. So I've got about another quarter of an inch here lined up. And I can feel under there that that's still flat. And I'm going to keep those together till I put my foot back down. And I'm going to sew another quarter of an inch-ish. Again, lift your foot up, bring it round just that little bit. And so you can feel.
Do you want to make sure it doesn't like pucker then? Do you still want the fabric to stay flat at every point?
Yes, this is why if you do it this way, it should stay flat. That under there is perfect. I can feel a bit of give on here, but because I'm keeping hold of it with my finger, before I put my foot back down, I know that it's absolutely fine. And you're going to do a few stitches and then just go around, and you're always going to stitch from the sort of that inside bit out. And just guide it round. And then what happens is when you get to here, this one, if it tries to fight you, you're going to have that one on there like that. Keep the pressure there. Well, pressure, but you keeping it together. Few more stitches, foot up. If you've got a knee lift on your machine, if you've got a posh machine, what that does is means you don't have to do this at the back with your hand.
Right.
I've got one like that at home and I love it.
Oh, show off.
It makes you lazy though.
Does it?
Yeah. And especially it makes you forget sometimes as well, and you go with your knee. Like I've done it in here before. I've been stood here on one leg doing my knee, thinking, why is it not moving? And it's because I'm not at home. And then on this last little one, what you can do, I don't know where my tweezers are. If you've got a pair of tweezers, if you struggle, if not, you'll be able to get hold of it there. And there we go, I've got it. So can you see how I've got that pretty much lined up there? Oh, and it, look, did you see it pinged, Joe?
Yeah.
It pinged. Let's get it there. So, or if you've got a, what's called a tailor's awl or a stiletto or something like that, just to hold that last little bit. And this is the only little fiddly bit on it, getting that last bit done. But once you've got hold there, I've got hold of it now, and I'm just going to sew off. And if it looks like it's going wonky a little bit right at the end, just sew off and don't worry. So if we look here, can we see how I've gone off a little bit there?
Yeah.
That's absolutely fine because you're going to trim that anyway. So if I go this way, I've got no puckers. If I go the other way, I've got no puckers. Can you see? I haven't caught it in.
Yep.
If you stitch the other way around with the other one on the top, you've got more fabric underneath. You've got more chance of having a pucker.
Okay.
So, and then you're going to press it whichever way you want it to go. There we go. And then if I put them together.
So if you did have a little pucker, is there any way you could sort of get rid of it, or would you have to start again?
So if you've got a little pucker, I don't know where my unpicker is, so if you get your unpicker and just unpick the few stitches where your pucker
So you
is.
can unpick a pucker?
Unpick a pucker, give it a little bit of a tug, and it'll flatten it out, and then once you've got it flattened out, then get that little bit and then just go back under your machine for them few stitches. You don't need to take the whole lot out.
Awesome, good to know.
Yeah, there you go. So then we've got these two now to go together, and this is me best top tip I can give you on this one. I've pressed them both to the dark. Can you see they've both gone to the dark side? So again, I'm going to have that nesting of seams. So that's another term that if you're new to patchwork, you'll soon start hearing that. And then I'm nesting that centre. Again, I'm not worried about what's happening anywhere else apart from that first little bit where I'm going to start stitching. And at this point, I am going to pop a little pin in. We've got these pins on the show as well, Joe, with our magnetic...
You've been using pins aplenty today, haven't you?
I know, our magnetic tray. There's a time for pins. I mean, I do like my clips a lot, but this is a time where you wouldn't use a clip. You do want that sort of pin point, if you like, so the pin. So I've pinned that where it's nested, and then what I'm going to do is, again, can you see I've got my sticky out bit on the top, and the innie bit... Going in a bit here, sticky in bit, sticky out bit, I don't know. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sewing from the centre, and I'm going to sew down here to match that point, which is exactly what we did when we did the pairs. And then I'm going to flip it and sew from the centre again and go back the other side.
Okie doke.
And it's exact same principle. So I'll just do that, Joe, while...
Sandy says, I've always found curves intimidating, so thank you for this demonstration, Bernie. Also, Carol was asking, how much material total will we need for that fabric run if we want to create the whole thing, Bernie?
Oh, for the one I'm going to make...
For your monthly one.
For the monthly one. I would say 1/2 metre of the white for the front. And I would say... Oh, it depends how many stars you're going to do. You'd probably get away with a fat 1/4 of each of the 3 colours. Depending how many stars you're going to do.
So not a huge amount of fabric then.
Another 1/2 metre for the back and a piece of wadding.
Okie doke.
Yeah.
Rachel says maybe Bernie could put her small dies onto the magnetic pin tray so she doesn't lose them.
Yes.
Great idea.
That's what I should be doing. I've just got a thread caught there where I'm saying, yes, that's what I should be doing, honestly. If you'd see, I knew, I saw it happening. And I was like, I really need to take that bin downstairs because it's proper full now. And I could have kicked myself. This is where we've got that little end bit in. Oh, it's gone straight under there. So there we go. So
I mean, if you really struggled with that end bit, could you stop there and glue that bit and then sew over it, Bernie?
You could, or if you stop, pull your work out the back and leave a long thread and just do a needle and thread for them.
Okay.
So it hand sew the last little few.
Okie doke.
If you were really struggling. But if I show you that side there, that's that one in. And now I'm going to do the other side. So again, because I've flipped it, I've now got the sticky out bit on the top again. So I'm going to do that again and sew off. And then it's finished. And then all you're going to do is make, I don't know how many was in Zoe's quilt, but you're going to make as many as you want. And then, I say, you're just sewing squares together. I know I say just, because I shouldn't say just, because if someone's just starting out, you know, if you're just learning, squares is normally your best bet to start. But it breaks it down into something more manageable and more achievable. And like I say, people sometimes are put off by curves when you can see now that actually it's not as scary, just that last little bit. Now I've onto my third one now, I've got that now perfected, well, say perfected. I've got it lined up straight away. There we go. And if I take that out, you've now got, and it needs a press, but we've got our block. So here's one that I did earlier that I pressed because it looks a little bit neater. And then I just trimmed the edges. So where you've got that little bit there, you're going to trim it, and then you're going to pop them together. See, now we're starting to do, and that's how you put them together and make the quilt.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. And just one of so many different things that you're going to be able to create when you've got these incredible brand new dies. Far and away the busiest option is going for all of them together, because that is how you get the best value. It's almost like we give you the triangles for free and then an extra discount on top of there as well, because you save $33.99 or $38.55 getting them all together. That's before you even contemplate your Club Inspired discount too. Remember what you're getting in there. You're getting both sets of the half diamonds. You're going to get the solid diamond in there, the half triangles, and of course the half clamshells are in there as well. Over a quarter of our launch stock has gone. If you want to see those and also everything else that was in the show, there were so many bits that I didn't even get a chance to share with you. Some amazing fabrics, lots of different accessories as well. It's all over on the website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.eu. Hit the shop the show button and that will share with you all the incredible deals that are in this show. Don't forget as well, an amazing day of shows still to come here on Crafters TV. 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. East Coast time. There is an awesome craft along coming up. It is a Christmas one as well. It's our Christmas pop-out dies. So head over to our social media and you'll see all the different bits and bobs that you need to join myself and Debbie for that show and all craft along live. And then, of course, we end the week in style as we do every single Sunday with Second Chance Sunday. 7 p.m. UK time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Johnny, are you kidding me? Did I miss the launch of the Advent calendar? Oh my, it launched on Tuesday. So apparently it launched on Tuesday. This could be your last chance to get hold of it. I managed to get a sneaky peek of it a couple of months ago and was absolutely blown away by what you get included in there. It will be your last chance though during Second Chance Sunday. If it makes it Second Chance Sunday, actually, is what I am hearing. So an amazing day. And then there's some really exciting stuff coming up next week here on Crafters TV. I'll tell you more about that a little bit later today. Only kind of one finished demonstration then, Bernie. So an easy choice for creation of the show.
My little hoop, I've cut a little strip of suede there. Just tied a little knot in it to give it a little hanging low. But there you go, just something without stitching, just something really easy, but just utilising your dies as well.
Amazing. Will it win Demo of the Day? Will it win Demo of the Week? There's only one way to find out, and that is make sure you stick with us all day here at Crafters TV. Probably will now. Bernie, can I say a massive thank you? Pleasure to be back with you in the studio. I won't see you for 5 weeks now, Bernie.
5?
5 weeks, I think. 4 or 5 weeks.
Well,
yeah.
So I'm in next week, and then the week after, I'm off the week after. Yeah.
So yeah, I have 4 weeks of no Sundays now after today, because of the way my shifts fall, obviously. So yeah, I'll see you in 5 weeks' time, I think,
in 5
Bernie.
weeks?
I won't see you in 5 weeks' time. Oh, you don't get away that easily, no. I'll see you back here in about 90 minutes. Massive thanks to Bernie. Big thanks to you guys at home as well. Don't forget to check out your baskets, especially if you've got those brand new dies in there as well. I am going to go and give a big hug to Debbie Fisher, or you know, a COVID-friendly one, and we'll see you back here for that amazing Christmas craft along. That's 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. East Coast time. Make sure you get all your bits and bobs together, and I'll see you there. Take care.